I didn't have a ton of players to look up to. Not a lot of American players playing in the highest leagues that I could say, I want to do this, I want to be like this. One of my biggest inspirations as a player is wanting to inspire kids. So I hope I can be an inspiration to those kids.
So Christian Pulisic is from Hershey, Pennsylvania, a couple hours west of Philadelphia.
You know, really cool city with Hershey chocolate being produced there.
And now they're known for Christian Pulisic's hometown.
He'll pull it back, shot, goal! Pulisic! And the United States now has a 3-1 lead.
From a very young age, it was obvious that this was a special player.
At 4 or 5 years old, he was very coordinated. He was already doing dribbling moves.
I think Christian was probably about 8 years old when he first joined the club. He was probably about a foot shorter than everybody else out there. He always played 2 years up. So he was the youngest player, bar none, out there on the field.
He also anticipated things in the game, his awareness, his tactical understanding.
Certainly when Christian was 8, I had no clue what was in store for Christian a decade later.
He was already in the U.S. national team setup, and for a couple of years there was some opportunities and interest.
It really wasn't until I think Dortmund signed him into their youth program that I thought that they also now, at that level, were seeing something in Christian that was pretty special.
He had the opportunity at 16 to move to Borussia Dortmund and complete his football development.
He's over there trying to learn the language, missing his mom, missing his sister, and you know, it was a really hard move.
He was this totally unknown kid from Pittsburgh who suddenly plays for Dortmund as a youngster, and he broke into that Borussia Dortmund team properly under Thomas Tuchel.
Dortmund's been fantastic for developing young players, and Christian Pulisic is, you could argue, he's the most talented, you know, North American player I think we've really ever seen.
Pulisic was now a key part of the US national team, but his 7 qualifying goals weren't enough to seal a place at the 2018 World Cup.
He was devastated at the time. You know, obviously it was a dream of his and really difficult.
To see the raw emotion on Christian's face, knowing how painful it was.
Then people accusing him of not taking enough responsibility. Which, let's not forget, he was quite young at the time.
He seems to be the kind of guy who actually relishes that extra bit of responsibility, that extra bit of attention that goes with it.
You know, to captain your country at such a young age just shows the talent that he has.
We've often seen him really turn on for the Americans and come to the fore and deliver his best performances under pressure.
A move to the Premier League soon followed, with Chelsea stumping up £58 million for the highly rated youngster.
Chelsea paid a lot of money for him, and I think he's used to that spotlight. So I think consistency is the only thing taking him from being at a elite level, which he is now, to being at a, you know, potentially world-class level.
That was by far a world record transfer fee for an American player. And it raised a lot of questions about, you know, can he cut it at this level against week in, week out tougher opposition?
He has that ability to create problems in all areas in the final third, and that's something that he developed at Dortmund. Chelsea, I think he's gone to the next level.
Brilliantly taken. What a hat-trick. Christian Pulisic.
Pulisic, he's through here. Can he finish this? Christian Pulisic, you bet he can.
He's played it through here for Christian Pulisic. 2-each.
He has great experience. He has over 50 caps for the United States. So, you know, he's someone that has still a lot of room for improvement, but he's a big talent.
In March 2022, Pulisic scored his first hat-trick for the US in a 5-1 victory over Panama, all but sealing their place at the World Cup and erasing the pain of 2018.
soccer, football, needed almost like a LeBron James for football. And I think he's, in a way, he is that. You know, he's for that younger generation.
And it's finished up by Christian Pulisic, the American, to surely score the winner.
If you wonder who the United States' greatest ever players are, the same names always pop up. Does Pulisic belong alongside them for what he's done with the national team and what he's done at club level? I think he probably does, but there's more to come.
I think he's ready for it, and I think, you know, I'm optimistic they can get out of their group, and then we'll see what happens.
They've had some good runs in the World Cup, but I think they can only go as far as Christian Pulisic can take them.
There's just a tremendous amount of pride that people in this area and in the club and now in the country feel when we talk about Christian Pulisic, and we're just super excited about what the next month will bring.